Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Stefan Stangaciu from Romania, and I will be happy to share with you some of my ideas about how to make the cells happy and why is this important for integrative medicine. Please allow me to share the screen and start the presentation. Okay, so first of all, it's good to remember that our cells are extremely complex. In 1 second, it happens about 100,000 biochemical reactions. So the complexity is huge, and we cannot really heal a cell with only one substance. If we give one antibiotic, one antiviral, cortisone, or any substance as one molecule, we may be able to fix some things, but on a long run, we cannot make the cells happy. The cells, to be happy, they need a lot of different things. Okay, so I will tell you about these things. So here, generally, just very synthetically, the cells needs nutrition, and Golgi apparatus is involved. They need a good breathing, and the mitochondria is involved. Also in this area, it's the immunity, the interferon. Each cell, in order to be happy, needs to reproduce, to divide, because every living being on Earth has as one of the main goals to multiply, the division. So the division of the cell is also related to many complex mechanisms. The chromosomes is related to epigenetics, nutrigenomics, and so on. Each cell, in order to be happy, must also be able to regenerate, to repair at each level, like membrane level, like on the cytoplasm level, mitochondria, chromosomes, and so on. So the regeneration or the repairs is a non-stop thing that must function very well. Otherwise, the cell will go old much sooner. So the cells needs ribosomes for the synthesis of proteins and for the creation of new structures and repairs, and also, of course, vitamins, antioxidants, and so forth. And of course, here it's above this other group of factors which are very important. This is the energy level. So the energy which comes in the cell from outside, from the other cells or tissues, but also energy which is produced inside the cell in the mitochondria with the help of oxygen and glucose. The other thing, very important, the cells needs a very good communication with all other cells in the body because the body function as a whole, not as some small parts. So the communication is done by hormones, by nervous system, by biophotons, and so on and so on. Now, a healthy cell has this capacity to absorb the nutrients, but also to eliminate very easily the waste products. So the cell membrane must be soft and permeable. An unhealthy cell can absorb only some of the nutrients, and unfortunately also cannot eliminate all the waste products. So the quality of the cell, the structure of the cell, the functioning of the cell is very important. Here, one example with a red blood cell, it's a erythrocyte, which is healthy, and here it's another one which is ill. Now, as I said, the cells needs a lot of things to be happy. Now, we can categorize these things in various categories to understand better, to have it, let's say, didactically in our head, to memorize them better. And the point is that these categories of things must be in harmonious quantity and quality, not too much, not too less, but also the quality is very important. And then the time, the chronology is also important, at the right place and the right time. What are these categories, which are unfortunately often forgotten during the anamnesis and or during the treatment? First of all, it's oxygen. The cells cannot function without oxygen, and the oxygen can be obtained at the cellular level only if the nose, the lungs, the transportation of oxygen through the blood is well done, and also when the oxygen is well used inside the cell. And one of the big products which is very good for this is propolis. Another one is royal jelly. Then water is extremely important, of course. Water itself must be renewed. So we need to have fresh water, good quality water all the time. And many people, they don't know how to establish what is the best amount of water. And the best amount of water is in the body when you look to your urine, to the color and to the smell of the urine. And the color should be almost like water, transparent, only a bit yellowish, and the smell must be very, very soft. When it's yellow, the urine, or the smell is a bit strong, you must drink water. Good nutrition, here is, we can speak 10 years. It's very, very complex, the thing, but I give you only one point. The foods should be variable and extremely fresh and extremely young, which means a vegetable which is old, like an old carrot, will have more toxins inside than a young carrot. And the same goes for all the fruits. For example, the eggs from the hens are better quality than the young hens and than the old hens. So fresh products, variable, and young. So, or as I say, baby food. Protection. The cells must be protected non-stop against many, many things. Biological enemies, physical enemies, chemical enemies, even psycho-emotional factors which affects through various substances. The cells of protection, it's very, very important. Then hygiene. And here is a problem. Most people, they don't know how to clean the cells. To clean the cells of residues, you need also to split those waste products, those residues. And for this, we need also organic acids, not only water. Water is okay for water-soluble substances, but we need organic acids to wash out the fats and so on and so on. Relaxation, even the cells need to relax. That's why you need to think, okay, these cells in this organ, which is affected by a disease, when is the best time to relax these cells? Okay, so you introduce this kind of things, like in fasting. You do not eat for 16 hours, and then you allow the digestive system cells to relax. The reproduction, cell division, and regeneration, as I said, is also very important. So you need to think like a cytologist. What are the substances needed? What are the information needed? What are the energies needed for the cells to multiply? Then, as I said, non-stop repairs, maintenance, like in old cars, these kind of cars which are over 100 years old, then they still are functioning because their owners, they repair them, they do the maintenance, and they keep always the parts new. Same is in the cells. If you repair the cells, if you maintain the cells, if you replace those parts of the cells which are old with new cells or new structures, then your cell will live longer. Energy, and energy comes from various parts. It's the heat, the electromagnetic energy, and so on and so on. This is also very important. This topic is studied a lot by the acupuncturists, by the Ayurveda specialists, and also, of course, by the physiologists. Then the cells, in order to be happy, needs to have good activity, good functionality. They must fulfill their goals. They must do a good job. And good information here is also very important. If you upload too much information to the cells, is not good. If you give too small amount of information, it's also not good. So in order to make the correct decisions, and about this information, it's the communication between the cells, it's fundamental, because the cells needs really a lot of information in order to take good biochemical decisions, biophysical decisions, and so on. Then good coordination among all body cells, tissues, organs, and systems. And here I like a lot the D'Artagnan principle, one for all and all for one. Because in our body, really, all cells in our body, in our systems, they work under this D'Artagnan principle, which is every organs in the body works for the other organs in the body, or the systems, digestive system works for immune system works also back for the digestive system. Breathing works for the immune system, and immune system helps the respiratory system, and so on and so on. So D'Artagnan principle, keep this in mind. This is very important in integrative medicine, because most of the doctors, they focus on their specialty. For example, the neurologist, he thinks on the neurological diseases and forgets about the breathing, about the kidneys, about the pancreas, and so on. So when the patient which is treated for a neurological disease has not all these organs, other organs in good shape, then the brain cannot heal. Okay. And here it's a design like each cell of our body works for all the other cells in the body, and all the other cells in the body works for each cell in the body. So this is a very, very important principle to keep in mind, because when we make our treatment protocols, like we do in apitherapy, we give the B products to topically to treat a certain part of the body. For example, a broken bone, we make everything possible to heal the bone faster. But we think also we give other B products to help the breathing, the liver, the kidneys, the brain, and so on and so on. So it's always topical or local, regional, and systemical administration of B products. Okay, so here the same thing. And here are the categories which are needed to the cells for the functioning, proper functioning, all these things together. And it's for one cell, but also for one system, for all systems of the body. The Beehive products can help all these functionings of all the cells in the body. And here is an idea of how to integrate this, like integrative medicine, which has many types of medicines, functional, Western, osteopathic, and so on. But all of them need to focus on the idea that the cells inside the body of the patient must be happy. So always take into account all these categories, and you'll be more successful in your activity. So thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon in some of the future meetings. Thank you, Dr. Ladislav, Professor Ladislav.